Greetings everyone, this is Tony Holowitz and I want to thank you for being here for this tutorial. Today I want to talk about the task list in ACT. If you decide you want to schedule something for a contact, you can see what you've scheduled either on the ACT calendar or on the task list. They're both listing the same information, and I recommend sometimes modifying things so that you use the task list primarily for phone calls and the calendars for meetings. Now, as you know, I'm not a big fan of to-dos because my feeling has always been if it's worth doing, schedule a time on your calendar to get it done. Having said that, I tend to focus more on calls and meetings. So, in a recent update of ACT Premium Cloud, they announced that now one of the features you couldn't do before is delete multiple things on your task list. So how would you do that? Well, first, I'm just going to give you a quick software lesson as it pertains to selecting items in a list. If I click on this item, I can use the control key and go through and click on random items to select different items. If I selected the wrong one, I can click on it again to take it off. So that's one way you can select multiple items, not in an order. But having said that, another way you can select things is click on the first one, hold the shift key, go down and click on one down the list and you'll see everyone in between is selected. So you can select items many ways in a list like this inside of the task list. Now, on that note, let's say we want to delete all the ones that are selected here. Well, all you have to do is come up to the trash can on any one of the selected contacts, and when I click on that, it will ask me if I want to delete these activities. And I'm going to say yes, and you'll see they will be removed. Now, sometimes what can happen is if the screen doesn't refresh, you might have to refresh the screen, or if you navigated away from the task list and came back, you'll see all those activities will be gone. But there's an issue I have with this approach. One is when you delete things, you do not have the ability to record those activities as either having been done or not done. You don't create a history. And one of the greatest benefits of working with ACT is when you clear activities, it creates a record or a history of that activity being performed. And I think that's really important to do. So, in another tutorial, I'm going to talk to you about the differences between deleting something and clearing something. One of the disadvantages right now, as of today, which is February 2025, in ACT Premium Cloud, you can only delete things, but you can't delete, let me restate that. You can only delete multiple items on the task list, but you can't clear them all and mark them as being completed. This is one of the disadvantages of the cloud. You can do that in the desktop version. And that's why I often say sometimes it's worthwhile, even if it's an individual, measure some of those things against the fact that you can easily add the desktop version of ACT rather inexpensively to your account so that you can do certain things with the desktop, certain things with the cloud. Do I expect these things to change over time? Absolutely. But sometimes there's small increments for things that we can and cannot do with the cloud versus the desktop. And again, that comes just with time and your knowledge of what's important to you. Okay, everyone, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. You have a great day. Bye now.